I always like to start these videos off on my rooftop. It's beautiful up here, looking out at all the city lights. Today we are going to take a little trip as we learn about a very special young lady named Brittany. This is her story as she learns to love herself and realizes she's always been more than enough. Come join me and let's step aside together. This is our travel portal. It's how we take all our trips to the library, where every story lives. Each character has a different journey, but they all share the same ending. They discover a strength within themselves, a strength they never knew they had. Every story is a lesson. At the library, this is one of my favorite places to visit. The library holds so much history and even more life stories. Let's see if I can find what I'm looking for. Yes, here it is. This is the story of Brittany. You are more than enough. A life lesson through a black woman's voice. Brittany was getting ready for bed. She had school in the morning. She stood alone in her room, staring at her reflection in the floor mirror. The girl looking back at her never felt good enough. No matter how long she stared, she couldn't see anything beautiful. Taking a deep breath, Brittany closed her eyes and whispered a prayer. God, please, could you make me beautiful? The mirror suddenly tips over and crashes to the floor. Startled, Brittany felt her room begin to spin. Her legs gave out, and she fell to the floor. Brittany slowly opened her eyes, confused. She wasn't sure what had happened, or how she ended up on the floor. She notices the mirror lying nearby. She picked up the mirror and carefully leaned it back against the wall. Brittany looks in the mirror. A soft glow appears. On the mirror was a message. You have the most beautiful smile in the world. Brittany smiled, just a little. I may not be the most beautiful girl in the world, but I do have a nice smile. She looked at her reflection once more, thoughtful. Brittany climbed into bed that night. As she drifted to sleep, images of her own smile gently filled her mind. The next morning, Brittany woke up feeling different, excited about going to school, something she rarely felt. She grabbed her backpack and paused, decided to look in the mirror one more time before she left. She faces the mirror. The words slowly appear. You are amazing. You could do anything. You have no reason to be afraid. Brittany smiled. She picks up her backpack with a little more confidence. Without saying a word, she walked out of her room, ready to face the day. Brittany sat quietly at her desk, trying to focus. She knew her next class was PE, and she hated PE. Just that week, her class had been introduced to obstacle courses. Today would be the first time trying one. The bell rang. Brittany's stomach tightened. She stood up, grabbed her things, slowly walked toward the classroom door. With each step into the hallway, she felt the fear creeping in. But she kept walking toward her next class. Brittany stood in the line inside the gym. She was next. She took a deep breath and remembered the words she had seen in the mirror that morning. You are amazing. You could do anything. You have nothing to be afraid of. Brittany smiles, small but steady. That was exactly what she needed to hear. A few classmates laughed in the background. Brittany heard the laughter, but this time, it didn't bother her. She moves through the obstacle course. She wasn't afraid anymore. Brittany finishes the course slightly out of breath. When she reached the end, all Brittany could do was smile. She felt like a new person. When Brittany made it home in the afternoon, the confidence was still there. She walks into her room, calm and steady. She walked over to the mirror and looked at her reflection. The mirror was blank. No words this time. Brittany smiled. She said a prayer. God, thank you for creating me. She turns away from the mirror and walks to her desk. Brittany opened a drawer and pulled out a red marker. She writes on the mirror, slow and intentional. I am more than enough. She had everything she needed, and she always had.